Hi, welcome to this week's tip. I have a bit of an interesting tip today. I'm going to try and demo it with my 10-pound plate here. So if you have a hard time seeing, just let us know. We'll try and shoot another video. But what we're looking at is a pinch grip with a plate and a technique to try and help you grab or hold more weight. Now, we do this occasionally in the gym, and we're working on grabbing, holding strength in odd positions. And a pinch grip is great because it really challenges some different methods or different ways of your hand functioning than it normally would. How often do you pinch onto something and just kind of grab it and go from there? So in this situation, most people, I'll try and hold like this so you can kind of see. Most people will try and grab like this. You can see that your hand is flat on both sides and it's just kind of like a crab claw. Now, in that situation, you don't have a whole lot of strength because you're really just using the muscles here in your hand. Your fingers are not really involved in any way. What we would suggest is actually that you try and almost bear claw that. And if with my plate here, it's going to look more like this, where your hand is a little more balled up and you have some curve in your fingers. Now, when you grab that way, you will have more of, you'll use more of the muscles in your fingers as well as in the rest of your hand. So you're using more of your hand to grab with. You're not just grabbing with two flippers, you get to grab with all your fingers. You can also kind of work your way into the different nooks and crannies on the plate that way, get yourself a little more purchase. So if you're having a hard time with your pinch grip, try bending those fingers a little bit and kind of digging in more of a bear claw style and see if that helps out. Welcome to this week's Q&A. This week I wanted to answer a question. We get a decent bit and I thought it would be good to share it on here. That question is, how important is my nutrition? For a lot of people, it is hugely important that you get good nutrition. Not just talking about things like counting your macros or any of that type of stuff, but more so talking about vitamins, minerals, things in your body that are going to hold you back you may not see. Very often there are sodium issues or there are issues with iodine and things like that you're really not going to notice. So you need to make sure that you're getting a good, well-balanced diet. You're getting enough protein in your body, enough carbohydrates to sustain your muscles and your exercise through your workouts. But also all those little things that go on top. So get your green vegetables, red vegetables, all the different vegetables. Get some fruit. Make sure you're getting enough vitamin C. Try and make sure you get enough salt in your diet. That's kind of a hot topic for some people. But try and get everything in that you can. There are a lot of really great resources out there for good nutrition in what it can do for your workouts. Sure way to know whether or not it is working. Try for a couple months and see if you see any benefits. Then try something else if that doesn't work for you. Make sure that you're trying to get yourself into a good range. If you find out that you have some issues, either through a blood test or something like that, which is a great option, then try to get those addressed as fast as you can.